All right, people, I am hanging out here with my buddy Jill. Hey, Jill.
Doc.
Now, I know who she is, but you're telling people who you are.
All right. Hey, I'm Jill Roberts. I live here in Massachusetts. I do a lot of content creation, video production.
Cold is what it is.
It is really cold here. Doc's not quite used to it. I'm in a t-shirt because I can handle it. He's got a hat, a Patagonia, multiple layers. But yeah.
I'm a delicate tropical flower.
He is delicate.
It is freaking freezing over here. All right, so I've been doing this thing last couple of days because I've been traveling on the road. I had an opportunity to catch up with some of my creative friends. And so I called this series, I Got Questions. But I guess for you, Jill, what does being a creator mean?
What does being a creator mean?
To you?
To me. I mean, for me, it's a lot of like capturing and sharing, right? So I tend to create a lot of educational content. I go to a lot of events, and it's like being able to capture what's happening in the moment or capture a message that someone has or that I have, and then sharing it with those that might benefit from it. All
right, so this is a strange question because I know that recently the term has been very much attached to people who create videos online, but you're a singer. And you've been in a band, right? So, I mean, you've been a creator before the fashion term creator.
Yeah.
So how does that resonate in your brain as sort of a, I don't want to say OG creator, because I think everybody's, I legit believe every person is a creator.
Yeah.
Some people are good at creating drama, excuses, problems, but they're still creators.
Yeah.
Right? So how does that resonate with yourself or even people in your sort of music creating community?
I mean, it's like getting everything that's on the inside on the outside, right?
Yes.
Because like we joke around about how we constantly, like one word will trigger us to sing this song. Like we've been singing for the past.
If you know Jill and I, we were both singers, and you guys all know I have musical Tourette's, and my singing is horrible. Her singing is good, but I am very much triggered by anything. And one of the boys, her kids are over there playing Switch, and they'll say something, and my brain just starts doing, that was not a chance for you to say something. Head your face.
Pipe down.
You guys need to buy twin kids. I don't know if I'm allowed to sell them on the internet.
I mean, how much could we?
I don't know. Well, you know what? They might come out to be the next Ken and Glenn, so we should keep them around.
We should keep them around.
Just in case.
But yeah, creating is like your brain's constantly making all of these connections, and some of us are making multiple connections all the time. And so like getting those synapses out, you know? So with music, it's like, you know, you connect with things and you want to share it. And even if it's just for an audience of one.
Okay. So, all right, cool. Mary Lou and I, we have this conversation about creative constipation. And
getting backed up.
I think a lot of people automatically connect that to like writer's block. But for me, and I think for her, it's the same. I have to double check. Lou, tell me in the comments we said this wrong. I think for us, we get verklempt if I can't create something. Like if something takes over all my time. Like a family situation occupies all my time.
Yeah.
And I can't create, I feel like I'm going to freaking explode. Do you have a hard time turning it off?
Yeah.
And what do you do?
Well, so I get in the weeds like you as well, right?
I get in the weeds too, but I'm from Hawaii.
Samesies. Well, I'm in Massachusetts, so
good.
Well, you know.
Cheers.
No, I get bogged down by all of that, like executive functioning, necessary work, and I feel myself get drained and drained and drained and drained and drained. And it's being able to create again that like livens me back up. Like if I'm not creating something, if I don't have that outlet, for me, honestly, like if I can't do it in I then singing in my band once a month is like, oh, I'm finally in myself. I finally feel like myself. And that'll get me, you know, to I get my next fix. But yeah, I mean, creating for me literally is like life is making me feel who I authentically am. So whether that's even problem solving, like having conversations with people and figuring out, okay, wait, what's going on? we could do this, we could do this. Like that's creating as well, creating those
I
pathways.
love me
and
a good
helping
problem.
people.
I love a good problem and a good puzzle.
Yep.
And I don't mean like, oh, let's make a jigsaw puzzle that looks like the Merrimack River. No, I mean I like the
give me a situation and let me think of 5 different ways to get the solution, and maybe this one's the best, and problem like all of that is creating, is taking what's in here and out there and putting it all together, and it feels so good. So if I don't have the opportunity to do that, I've never thought about it in terms of constipation, but I get bogged down, and if I don't have that ability to be creative, I get like depressed. I feel I
get super frustrated.
Yeah.
And I've always been about like professionally uneffing stuff. So when somebody brings me something to F up, I'm like, I can uneff that. And I've got myself in trouble for volunteering to uneff stuff for people who don't want to be uneffed. Like they like to live in effery. Kids are over here. You get it?
Yeah.
This is good for the channel. Y'all should hang out with Uncle when he films all the time so he doesn't say bad words. Like I don't know. I'm always challenged by the things that people call themselves stuck in. And I realized that a lot of the miring is self-inflicted. Like you take the giant ship rope and you moor yourself to the moorings on the boat. And then you talk, well, I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm like, you did it yourself. Tie that thing from around your waist and get loose. You know, I feel like a lot of people, especially now that there's fancy brand names to our problems, people love to wear them joints like we used to wear Jordache and Sasson. I was like, ooh, I got me some Victoria Vanderbilt, problems now. Like they can't just be normal. Right. So I think in my audience, we have a bunch of undiagnosed Gen X people with ADHD.
100%.
Because we didn't have that diagnosis when we were just considered misfits or broken, troublemakers, like all myriad
Why
things.
can't I mean, how many times did you and I probably both hear, well, why can't you just do this? You can do this thing. You can kill this project. You're the best at this. Why can't you just? I hate that word just. It's like,
Mom, are
it's
you
the word
possessing Jill right now? I feel like you're speaking through Jill. Get out of her
Well, because
head.
that's what I heard from my family, every single educator I ever had. God. And I mean, and honestly, like diagnosed in middle school, right?
And it would be like, why can't you be like Katie? And I'm like, I'm not Canadian, number one.
Number one.
But I hated that.
It's tough. But we have words for this now, right? Like we have ADHD, right? But even more specifically, task avoidance is a real thing. And how can the most creative people need like the cleanest desk in order for them to start creating? Like there's so many different levels, right? Right? Like, oh, I can't start this fun, creative, amazing thing until all of my ducks are in a row. My ducks are never in a row. My ducks are not even ducks.
Oh my God. I got like a weird combination of like pigeons and geese and maybe a sparrow. Keep your eye on the sparrow. Anyway, my birds are all jacked up. I like angry birds popping off. But it's funny because oftentimes my idea of cleaning the desk is to get like a bucket and just shoot.
And then you get a doom pile or a doom box.
Oh my God.
My basement is full of them. And then once in a while, I'll be in this hyper fixation to like, that's it. Today is the day. And it's probably the day I have to travel and have to pack. I have actual responsibilities, but I get stuck in the basement. Like all of those husbands that are about to host a Christmas party and they're up doing some ridiculous job that has nothing to do with hosting. Women, you hear what I'm saying? But anyways, like I'll find myself suddenly unpacking all of these doom boxes. And then I get to the point where I'm like, well, that cable might be useful at some point. But then I get suddenly overwhelmed and I put it all back.
Do you label the cable that might be useful? You know exactly what it is, but do you ever stop and pull out the label maker?
Do I have 2 label makers? Do I know where they are?
Me neither. But I make me some labels. I'm like, dude, you know exactly, this is a USB A to micro B cable. You know exactly what it is. It doesn't require a label. But
slap a label on it.
Me and the dynamo. And listen, this is mad funny. In my last Doom clean, and you were dead solid correct.
Yeah.
Listen.
It was the day you had a long list.
If you are of this ilk, please let us know in the comments because I want to make sure that I know where my people at. I went and got 1,000, what I would call, say,
I I need to see where this is going because I actually am not.
Eighth. I bought 1,000 eighth bags.
Okay.
I don't know a better way to describe it, people. Those of y'all who've never dealt in the particulars, it's roughly about 3 inches by 2 inches Ziploc. I bought 1,000 of them on Amazon for $5 so that I could put little knickknacks that I be saving here and there. So for instance, you know, like we always have the little, I probably have one in my pocket, the little changer for you want to switch this to another
your little
thing.
dongle.
Yeah, the little dongle. I want to switch this USB-C to A.
Yeah.
I got little bags for them so I can write in Sharpie. And the bags I got a little white window so you can scribby tu nombre in there. And you just write stuff down. And like, I have been bugging Paul to go to IKEA for me and get the little Kugis boxes because they stack nicely. Because I want my joint to be cute.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you ain't going in that box. Whatever goes in that box will live in that box until the next day.
Right. Until you're looking for something.
Be making an eCam video.
Yeah.
And then I am doom cleaning the little knickknacks. And then I'm a patty wag, give a dog a bone because I be all up in the knickknacks. And I'm like, I'm looking at the bullet points that Caleb or Katie sent me. The camera set up, I don't have to set that up. The mic set up, don't have to set that up. I'm like, all right, well, I can just do this. But before I do this, even though nobody can see all the knickknacks on Millie, that's my big toolbox. I got to sit there and start organizing drawers. And so my procrastination, I have come to the conclusion to understand it's the avoidance of my perfectionism. So thank you, Mary Lou, you jerk.
Did she give you that word?
I think so. My procrastination is basically hiding my perfectionism.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready for this video to be perfect. So if I clean everything, that gives me time.
Right. Well, and it's also like it's a way for you to make yourself feel better about yourself, right? As confident as we are, we all have our insecurities as well. And so like if you're trying to present something or get something done, but you, out of the corner of your eye, you're reminded that you're a scrambled mess and that like you haven't taken care of that. It's like there's something about you needing to give yourself that peace and that confidence and feel better about yourself when actually like hitting the record button, finishing the thing on the list, checking off the box is going to be so rewarding. But it's like, it feels overwhelming for whatever the roadblock is. It's like, oh, I just have to, that word just, I just have to do this. But it's going to suck the life out of me because it's not my favorite thing. And it's a task that someone else said I have to do. Like I have to actually do my job. You know, like there's that mentality you got to get over. And so somehow like making yourself feel better about like, I've been avoiding this, I'm going to finally do it. And then it's like,
So, you know, it's funny. I think that manifests differently for a lot of the new people that have our affliction. They make really cute systems with really cute colors and check all the boxes and make it neat. But then oftentimes spin wheels and don't actually do anything. Yeah. Because they're so busy making that part.
Right.
I think ours just manifests differently. And I think this is good to hear because again, the majority of this audience is 35 plus. Yeah. So you might not identify with the millennial, not millennial, the younger millennial or the yennials or the zennials or the betas, they just got born. The idea of just like all these really cute systems, and we would call that overwhelm. But I don't.
Sometimes you gotta just do the dang thing.
Yeah, you just got. That is my thing. Do the dang thing. I always say that
because then that success breeds success.
Who?
You know.
Run that back. Success breeds success.
It does.
I think momentum is the most powerful ingredient for any type of creators. So when the boys asked me today, okay, Uncle, I want to be a YouTuber. What should we do? And I'm like, consistency.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of you guys are sitting right now and you're kind of feeling a little stagnant. And I will tell you, if you can make the first 5 videos, you cannot wait to make 6, 7 through 10.
That's true.
And then you can't wait to go through 20 because the momentum is good. Kevin Cox, one of our members, says it's easier to push a car that's slightly rolling.
Yeah.
And you know this
that's huge.
From pushing a car, right? The first couple of steps is hard as all get. Yeah. But once it gets to going, it gets to going. So
and you can't steer it until it's going either, right?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
It's hard to steer a standing still car, right? If it's,
Right.
Kevin knows what I said. He'll fix it in the comments below.
No. But it's both.
Similar
it's
thing.
both.
Yeah.
I mean, like you thinking about that analogy,
Did
right?
Did you light
like,
a match, kid? Sorry. Sorry, this stupid uncle jokes.
The bathroom's open. It's fine. They're good. They're great. Blah, blah, blah. I mean,
It's such an uncle joke. But you're right. It is so much harder to push a stuck car.
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what would be your creative goals for the near future?
I think like doing the thing, right?
Yeah.
Not being stuck on perfectionism. Because I get that. I never thought of myself as a perfectionist. I'm a middle child, right? But I never saw myself as a perfectionist because my older sister was presented as the one that was always taking care of everything. And she's like the planner. So
That's
I
my sister
literally
T.
never viewed myself as a perfectionist. But if I'm doing a creative project, I have creative perfectionism, right? So I've realized over the years that no, like I literally am a perfectionist when it comes to my craft, when it comes to creating. Like because my reputation, and I want to make sure I'm presenting the perfect thing. But I swear, so like on all of the hundreds, thousands of videos I've created, the ones that take off, the ones that were so far from perfect, they were the ones that were the most random, I should film this, and then it goes viral. Literally, like my video with 12 million views was like, oh crap, someone record this. Like, and I'm not saying just be all willy-nilly and forget about your reputation, but for me, the advice I give myself is just do the dang thing.
Just do the dang thing.
Because, and consistently, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Like even this, we're not like, wait, hold on, I don't like the way I said that. Could we please hit pause?
Oh, God, no.
And then can you restart it for me?
I don't do that because I recently don't want to edit anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm a professional freaking editor.
Yeah.
Like, I could go out here and film a commercial for the entire town of Amesbury and have like 16 cameras and a bunch of clips and B-roll.
Yeah.
And I can edit that into a 3-minute tourism commercial.
Yeah.
Like a boss. But I don't want to edit this.
Right.
I want it to be as approachable as possible to the people watching right now to be like, you know what, if that idiot can do it, I can do it. And so I've made it a point to cut back my editing. So this will have the end and the music, and maybe I'll make the audio a little bit better just because we're in this weird echoey room recording on small mics. But other than that, I don't really edit much anymore.
Right.
I'll occasionally stick in a B-roll of a funny movie clip. That's just my thing right now. But literally, that is all there is to it.
Yeah.
Like, I try not to edit. I try not to like make it so that creators don't feel like they can create. And honestly, that hyper editing that's really popular on YouTube, it doesn't work for our brand of ADHD because we had already developed mechanisms to deal with focus. It works really well with the new breed leaders because they've always had medicine or diagnosis, so they never had to learn how to come up with mechanisms to focus. We had to because when we had disruptive tendencies in school, our teachers could beat us. Our parents could beat us.
I can still feel the claws of one of my teachers.
Bruh.
And I went to private school, so
It sounds weird to say that out loud, but I don't think kids nowadays, even some people who watch this, don't remember that.
Yeah.
But all of us over certain adventures, most people over the age of 40 will know, you used to be able to get whacked in the knuckles in school. And then so because you didn't want to get hit, you learned how to pretend like you were focusing even when you weren't.
Yeah.
So did you have pictures in the margins of your papers?
Always.
Yeah, that's how I know. That's how I know the old school. See, we couldn't cut up, but we would make the hell out of some doodles in the margins. So my mom would always be like, why do you always have, and why are these like football teams in here? And why are you crossing out the Patriots, dude? I'm like, because I'm a Raiders fan. What do you want? Like it was like just the craziest thing, but I used to always be doodling in the margins. So even for my Notion, I treat my Notion like the composition book that we had to turn in, the black and white. You had to hand the whole book to the teacher. But I treat Apple Notes and Milanote and my other, documents as the yellow scratch paper. You rip stuff out, glue stuff to it, whatever. And that's messy, but my Notion is like pretty.
Yeah.
Super crazy. All right.
But we also
go ahead.
When it comes to consuming content, my favorite content creators to follow and to learn from and to be entertained by are more off the cuff, are less rehearsed, are not perfect. right? Like I love that vulnerability side of people. Even if they're teaching me how to do something, them sharing or making a mistake or talking about their mistakes is like, oh, okay. So that's like brings me so much comfort. So I'm not into, I mean, don't get me wrong. If my dishwasher is broken and I go to YouTube and I plug in the serial number and what I'm looking for and broken latch, I want that person to just get straight to the point and solve my problems.
Oh, that's cool. So How to Repair on YouTube is a member of the channel. Paul, that's what he does.
Yeah.
And Paul is now at like 160,000 subs or whatever, but he's one of my students. And when he first came to me, he was kind of plateauing at around 60, 70.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just want to help more people because he's really upset of the amount of dishwashers that get thrown away or refrigerators, stoves. He has different British words for these things. The hob or the cooker.
The cooker?
The cooker.
Is that the stove?
I don't know.
Or is it like the little dual?
Some kind of British thing.
Oh.
But he's like, I can get like a $6 part that saves them from throwing away a $700 oven. That's perfectly fine. And then so I was like, okay, let's make some adjustments to your channel and see if we can get you there.
Yeah.
And he's hard-headed, but he followed all the rules. And he's like us. He's one of the misfit, broken ADD kids.
Hi,
but
Paul.
he had a good heart. He has a really, really good heart.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's me. I want to help as many people like Paul get past what literally our old school teachers thought. I was in special ed, bro. They thought we were broken. And then I had a teacher that realized, oh, there's nothing wrong with that boy. That boy is brilliant.
Yeah.
You just got to keep him going. And so I've been able to talk with Paul and go through some things. And he's very good at, following through. And he's really like in the last 2 years, like doubled his channel in size.
That's awesome.
And to me, it's not about the subscribers or the views or whatever. It's about he has legitimately stopped hundreds of thousands of people from throwing away perfectly good appliances that end up in the landfill somewhere. Yeah. And I live on an island. Technically, England is an island. There ain't a lot of space to be throwing that kind of crap away.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I really enjoy that kind of thing. And
but if he was using the old school method of like what we were raised to do, if you're going to do a presentation, first tell them what you're going to tell them.
And tell them again.
Then tell them. Then tell them what you told them. You have lost me as a viewer.
Holland. Oh my God, I am done.
I can't. Done. And then they introduce themselves and talk about their whole channel. No. I plugged in this information. I want that solution. Now, I do appreciate chapters and stuff like that. Like usually now, if I know that this 10-minute video is going to tell me how to fix my problem and I can go into the details and then get to that specific point, that's super helpful. But like gone are the days where people talk the first minute or two, right? We learned about this at Social Media Marketing World like 2 or 3 years ago, where they're like, stop telling people, like they'll figure it out. And if they want more of your content, they'll subscribe to your channel.
I don't, even to this day, in most of my videos, nowhere in my video do I ever say I'm Doc Rock, I'm a content creation coach, and I work to help. I don't even say it.
Right.
Half the time, I forget to even say subscribe to the channel. If I do say
guys,
who I am,
make sure, if you're not subscribed already, let me just do it for you. Hit that plus button, hit that bell, subscribe.
God. I normally put it at the end. And oftentimes I will never even say who I am. You're on the channel, bro. My name is right there on the avatar.
People are smart. They're resourceful.
Like,
if you're giving value add, they're going to be there for it.
They're going to look you up.
Yeah.
So I get super cringe when I watch videos, and within the first 10 seconds, they're telling me to like and subscribe and notification.
Why would I do that?
I'm like, you ain't did nothing yet.
You haven't helped me yet.
You haven't proved
I don't trust
anything.
you. Why should I? Literally, it'll turn me off and be like, nah. They have an agenda. And like, I don't want to crap on people.
Oh, I mean,
like there's nothing, there's a time and a place for that. And there's businesses with that approach. He'll do it. But like, for the most part, if your content is solving people's problems,
you're good.
Get to it.
You're good.
And 100%. It doesn't need to be perfect. And if you stammer, you have to rephrase something that you already said, fine. If you're repeating yourself, fine. Like you're not gonna, if you're solving people's problems, if you're teaching them something and they're there to learn it, then great.
It's funny. I realized the other day that I was listening to Katie being interviewed by Jeff about people and some of the gatekeeping that goes on in creator space or whatever. And it's funny because like all of us gearheads, we get lambasted for gatekeeping, people not wanting to come out with like this really, really crappy gear that sounds bad. And then I realized though, a whole bunch of other people unintentionally gatekeep because they're giving people excuses to not follow through in the idea of being inclusive. And it was like, no, some people have to be pushed.
Yeah.
Right? Which is why I do what I do.
Yeah.
I'm never here to hold your hand and say, oh, this is great, easy, come on in. No, I'm going to put foot in your butt and be like, let's go. I'm that dude at the gym. One more set, one more set, one more set.
Like, you said that last time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why people hire trainers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If everybody
They
could
wanna be
just go
pushed.
to the gym and lose weight by themselves, they would, or get fit by themselves. Not saying you gotta lose weight. Whatever. But I do believe that there's definitely people that need that constant reminder or that little motivation. I don't even like motivation is the right term.
No, but like help them
It's a
cut, to like
catalyst.
stop the excuses.
Yeah.
Like, because you're
Cut the
always
excuses.
always gonna have excuses. There's such a long list.
Bro, I could have excuse today. I could have stayed my butt in bed because that blanket and that heater
But
was
I'm like,
feeling good.
hey, I'm on my way. I'll be there in an
And
hour.
I was
You're
like,
oh
snap.
crap.
I know, really, I was sitting there just enjoying the blanket and I was watching something on TV. And I knew I had to get up, but I was like, yo, this hot feels good right now because it's like 15 degrees outside.
If that.
If that, right. Anyway, so I just wanted to, honestly, gang, I had the ability to be here today, hang out with Jill and the boys, go eat lunch. And I was like, you know what? I've been making this daily video since the 1st of November. And I'm like, here's a great opportunity to talk to one of my buddies so you guys can hear a different perspective of just what it's like to be a creator. So if I'm in your town, I'm going to bug you. I recorded one of these with Tanya. I have one I recorded with Alicia, which I'm going to drop soon. And I just love to hear stories from other creators. And I feel like every once in a while, somebody needs to hear somebody that maybe, like, we're very much similar, but we also have huge differences.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody hearing what you had to say is enough to trigger them to be like, okay, now I see what that blockhead's been trying to tell me the whole time. It needed the Jill touch.
Jill touch.
Now we got actual work to do.
Yeah.
So again, if you like this video, do what she said, press the subscribe button. And quick reminder, it's super important that you conversate in the chat. Like, I drive this whole channel by what you guys say, what you guys ask, what you comment on. If you want your channel to grow, one of the best things you can do is be an active commenter on other people's channels. YouTube sees you as a good citizen of the platform. There's so many people out here that just wants everybody to watch their videos and like their videos, and they don't comment on anything. And that's not how communities work. Even YouTube, with 2.8 billion people, is a whole separate country at this point. And it's very important that these conversations go down. So if not my video, pick somebody's video, be a good person, and don't be afraid to share. Right now, algorithm is going to show you another video I think you should watch. And this time we agree with them. What are you waiting for?
What?
The camera's all the way over here.
It's over here.
Dude.
Come here.
All right.
All right.
Now you gotta like the video because there's twins.
There's twins.
We have a YouTube channel.
Oh, then look at them trying to plug their YouTube channel.
Hey, you gotta pay Uncle to promote your channel on my channel.
Yeah. He's just saying. He just wants them to know. Shameless.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throats to turn to a ghost. I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep